prescription drug costs. You may also be able to save. With Medicare's Extra Help program, your premium cost can be zero and your out-of-pocket expenses are low. Who should apply? Single individuals earning less than $23,000 a year, or married couples earning less than $31,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, you should still check out this program. Visit ssa.gov/extrahelp. Medicare costs are covered by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hello, listener. What's important to you about what's going on in your community? Are you interested? Are you concerned? In any case, I invite you to tune into my show, Seattle Here and Now, on Rainier Avenue Radio.org. Why? I will be covering a wide range of topics important to you and impacting the community. Each show will have a special guest or guests to share with you information on a variety of subjects that are happening here and now in Seattle. I promise I will work hard to make my show informative, interesting, and entertaining. Be sure to listen to Seattle Here and Now on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
1, 2, get down.
What's up, big and little homies? This is Masvita Maraire, host of Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Your one-stop shop for Seattle sports. We cover preps, we cover college, we cover pro, we cover it all. Huskies, Mariners, Seahawks, Garfield, South, Roosevelt, Metro, King County. This is where you want to listen to for all the sports that's happening in Seattle. Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Are you in need of new or gently used clothing? Hope's Community Closet is here to help. We offer a wide range of clothing for men, women, youth, children, and infants. Join us on the fourth Saturday of each month from 12:30 to 4 at the Silent Task Force. We're giving clothing with care, community with heart. Lovely Ladies Lemonade for sale, and shop to the sound of old school soul. Any questions? Contact Alicia Kennedy, Executive Director of Women United at 206-316-7601. 206-316-7601. Come and find the perfect outfit for you and your family. We look forward to seeing you there.
Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Today is MLK's birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and I'm in the heart of Seattle. I actually was able to participate in a community event at Garfield High School that's apparently been happening for 40 some years. So when you think about the level of intentionality in this community, I love it, right? I mean, I was honestly, I wouldn't go as far as to say overwhelmed, but I was definitely pleased to pieces to see so many people in the streets. So there was some indoor activities, and then there was a rally, and then there was the actual march. It was incredible. So all I can say is that I could not be more grateful to be in this community. So one of the things we're going to talk about in 2026 is living your legacy now. And I'm going to be featuring people that are doing just that, people that are living their legacy right now. You guys know we've talked about Kwanzaa 365, right? We've talked about this idea of showing up in community and practicing the principles, things like unity and self-determination and this idea of collective works. Well, some of us are doing this on a regular basis. And so we want to see it, say it, and celebrate it. We want to be all over. Like, our goal is to be very intentional about how we show up in community. So Today, what I'm going to talk about, again, because it is Martin Luther King Jr.'s, we're celebrating his birthday today. I am going to talk a little bit about what it means to truly live the legacy now. Should I pin this on, or can you hear me okay? Okay. He's like, you're loud enough, but go ahead. Okay, there we go. So we are here and we're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about living our legacy now. We're going to talk about this idea of the dream that's unfinished. So we're going to reference some of the principles, things like service and leadership and love and legacy, right? MLK was all about leaving a legacy. And there's so many of us that are doing that now. Like I'm actually working with someone whose office is right across, whose business is right across the street from the Columbia City Theater, which is where we do this live taping of Rainier Avenue Radio. And Theo Martin owns Island Soul, and it's a family business. It was passed down to him from his father, and his son, you know, is one of the key architects of keeping that business running moving forward. So you think about that legacy. This is the kind of company that I want to support. People that are into true legacy, that are truly loved in community, not hated, because that's pretty easy to do when you've been in community for decades, right? He is beloved, right? And so I couldn't be more excited to be doing some work with him on the topic of AI. So I'm going to help this business owner that is someone that I know, that I love. I'm going to actually help him to leverage AI in some ways in his business. And it's really exciting to help with automations and oh, look at this. So to help with automations and to help with a number of different things. So I'll be bringing that to you guys. I thought I was going to share one of the videos that I created for them. But what he said today, which I thought was so good, is that this is kind of cool because it was MLK and I was just getting creative, right? It's MLK Day. And he has an MLK special. So you can go there right now. It's right across the street. It's in Columbia City. And he has an MLK special, which is MLK's favorite meal. It's chicken, yams, and collard greens. And at one point we were like, hey, we're going to figure out how to have that here. And it's a lot, right? The place is packed. I was just over there. And I was like, you know what? You should handle your business. You should run your business and we can follow up, you know, another time. Look at this. So this is from their website. This is my awesome producer. But he has this MLK image and the family dining. But what I did, I should have shared this with you. What I did with AI is I created a few other images and I created a video of MLK in his restaurant saying, visit Island Soul, where the dream is alive and where legacy lives. And then he looks down at the plate and he says, this was my favorite meal. So it kind of zooms in on that. And so he was like, it's pretty cool. But then he literally just said he shared it with some other people and they were like, it's a little creepy too. It's like to have someone who, you know, so I thought that was funny. So when you think about AI, just because you can do it doesn't necessarily mean that it's aligned with your vision. May not be aligned with your brand, right? So I thought that was just such a great answer. So when people talk about AI, and again, I have 3 other people that I was talking to at this summit, and again, it needs to be something that every business owner is thinking about. So one of my focuses for 2026 is living powerfully with AI. I told my producer every show I'm gonna talk about AI. I'm gonna show some stuff. I'm also gonna talk about how you can live your best life and how you can live powerfully with or without AI. But I'm gonna always be dropping a little few nuggets, right, about what it looks like to truly live powerfully with AI. So one of the things I'm gonna share right now, if the Lord is willing, I am actually going to share my screen at some point today. And I want to share this beautiful presentation that I created. And as I get to that, what I'd like to do is talk about this idea of truly staying focused and intentional. I don't think I'm in this broadcast. I think it got kicked out. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so I do have a beautiful presentation, and it was so big I couldn't upload it into the broadcast. So we're going to see what happens right now. If I can share my screen. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share and just talk through the presentation. And the cover slide says, recognizing and celebrating the life and service of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And the real tagline is keeping the dream alive through peace, joy, love, and service. Okay, I think I'm in. So you said mute my computer, which I think I've already done. Yep. Enter the studio. Ooh, I'm in. Okay, I think I can do this. And then share my screen. Share screen. Ooh, tell me how it looks. Tell me how it looks. Voila, and I'll present in presentation mode. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be gorgeous. Okay, so again, this is about keeping the dream alive. What can you do to keep the dream alive? Is it beautiful? Can you see it yet? Did we add it to the studio? Oh, I guess it's coming. Okay, I'll keep moving. I'll just keep moving, and then my producer will handle all the technology. Yes. Oh, he's like, we'll figure it out. Okay, we'll keep moving. He'll figure it out. So what gets me excited is, why does this day matter? Why does MLK Day matter? It's one of the few holidays where we get to actually talk about values, not just events. It's, you know, they say this tagline, it's not just a day off, it's a day on, right? So today really is about reflection, not performance. It's about reflection. It's about pausing. It's about really connection over correctness. There's not a right way to do it. Did you connect with someone today? Are you going to connect with someone moving forward? Are you going to think about honoring a legacy that really calls each of us to action? So it's really a call to action. It is meant to be a day to pause and ask a few questions. Like, who am I becoming? Who are we becoming as individuals and as a community? Who are we? Who are we becoming? Second, you can ask questions like, how are we showing up for one another? Meaning, are we doing it in love, grace, all those things? One of the things that got me most excited, you still working it? One of the things that got me most excited was this idea of being in community, right? I was overwhelmed in the best way. That's what this says. The crowds were huge, right? The speeches were powerful. I was slightly overwhelmed because you did have people who walked with Martin Luther King Jr., who, you know, are still alive. So this was not that long ago, right? Before he was killed in 69, I think it was, 70, and I was born in 69. So, you know, within my lifetime. So I was overwhelmed in the best way because, you know, a lot's happened and even just as of late, right? And I try not to be political, but it feels uncomfortable, which is why I try to compartmentalize the negative and focus on the positive. How can I show up in community? What can I do to bring joy and peace and contribute to the universe, right? At the end of the day, that's really all we can do, right? So I don't spend negative energy complaining about the things I can't control. I focus on what I believe my higher power has for me, and that's how I show up. Yes. So again, this is about being in community, overwhelmed in the best way. There was joyful, it was peaceful, it was calm, and it was really connected through purpose. Everyone there was really grounded, right? It was not about a performance. It was not an obligation. It was really just about showing up and being present and honoring these shared values. So beautiful. And it was energetic, but it was calm. It was not chaotic at all. It was really a centered experience. So if you've never been out in community, there's still a bunch of things happening throughout this week, I know for sure, that are MLK related. And then you got all next month is going to be Black History Month, right? So if you have the opportunity to be in community, just take my word for it. It will benefit you more than you know. joyful, peaceful connections, all the beautiful things. You still trying to get it in? Okay. Let me try it again. Oh, I got kicked out of StreamYard. Maybe that's why. Okay. We'll keep going. We'll try it one more time. So I'm going to try to log in to the same broadcast that you're on and see what happens when I share my screen. This presentation is so beautiful. It's okay if it doesn't work, but I'd love to try it one more time. This is it, right? Share screen, recognizing and celebrating life. Oh, it says I'm sharing. Oh, it's kind of big, and I guess see that circle there? It's figuring itself out. So I'm gonna keep moving. I'll put it on share. Okay, I think we're good. Let me know. Let me know if it decides it wants to come up. Okay. Oh, there we go. Is it full screen and everything? Yay. Awesome. Yay. Okay. So this is being in community. And I shall continue. And who shows up? It was for everyone. MLK and Black History Month. So I'm really talking about both of these things. At the end of today's show, I'm going to talk about the Call to Conscience Black History Month Museum that's happening right here throughout February at the, what is this called? Columbia City Theater. Thank you very much. At the moment. So who shows up for that? Same kind of people that showed up for the sea. It was a sea of individuals that participated in the MLK March at Garfield High School, which has happened again for 40 some years. It was incredible. And so right now, what I wanted to do was, the beauty of the day really wasn't just the numbers. It was the diversity of the people from every background, every age, every walk of life. You could see it was a commitment to this. And of course they had their signs, all positive, signs. So it was wonderful. It was not a political rally. It was a very diverse group of people saying, I honor and value this man and this work. And the question that I would like to ask each of you is, what does it mean when people from all backgrounds show up together? What does it mean, and what becomes possible when we recognize our shared humanity? I love that language. I love that word. I love this visual, right? So being in a position where you can, show up in excellence really matters. Maybe every now and then kind of flip the slide, so they're big too. But Dr. King's message, it transcends race and religion, and justice really is for all. Peace is for all. Dignity is for all. So that was one of the collective things that I love the most. And I did a beautiful presentation last year, and it was all these beautiful quotes from MLK. And I think universally, what his quotes all said is they were universally relevant. It didn't even matter what your religion was, what your spirituality was. What was beautiful is his spirituality grounded him, but the message was about all belief systems. Like if you believe in good over evil, you know what I'm saying? It was like kind of Gandhi style, like very generic enough to say, it wasn't about a religion. It was about people in general. So for me, it was about being courageous and compassionate, right? He confronted those injustices with an unwavering strength while extending grace. And we've talked about grace before, right? Grace and understanding to those who opposed him, those who harmed him. He still offered grace. That word is so important. Remember the 3 G's that came out of the Living Powerfully when I was in Jamaica? Remember that? Grace, gratitude, and giving. Grace was so important, and it is today. Like when people harm you, which they will, when they show up ugly, which they will, it ain't even about them. It's such a joy to be like, that person has issues, and look how I showed up regardless. You know what I mean? So practice that. And then what I love about MLK as well, beyond the quotes, is that he was strategic and deeply human, right? He was a brilliant organizer. He was a thinker, but he never lost sight of the individual dignity and the power of our personal connection. So today, as we were around, I saw some people who I hadn't seen. They were part of this group called Girl Trek. And I hadn't seen them for a while. And it was great to be like, hey, right? And so, I was just seeing people, and a couple of people, came up and hugged me who I honestly didn't recognize, but I was like, hey, give community. It's kind of like that Seahawks thing. When the Seahawks wins and you have on the colors, it's like, hey, family. So it was very cool. It was very cool. So again, we know we know MLK's quotes. We know what he's about, but the dream and the quotes and all the longevity, the legacy that MLK, built, it wasn't about him being perfect. It was never about perfection, right? It was about progress. It was about moving forward even when the path is unclear. About choosing dignity over division, access over exclusion, belonging over isolation. So the dream was very clear. And the one thing I wanted to say today is that we know this to be true. The dream is still unfinished. It's still unfinished. And that's okay because we are participants. We're not spectators. We're not spectators in life. We expect you to be a participant. Your creator expects you to be a participant, and the work continues through us. It's through our choices, our voices, and our actions. That's actually why I come here every Monday, right? It's because I choose to serve community. I know I have some great stuff to share. This whole AI thing is ridiculous. It's so cool. I love it. I can't wait to be working with more companies and individuals, organizations. It's so cool. So I will be bringing it into the show. This beautiful presentation that I was sharing here, you've seen a little bit of it. I did it with AI in the back room here just while I was here because I had some work to do today. I did some community stuff, then I did some work for meetings, and then I was in the back like, let me use my little AI, and I'm so consistently able to move forward in this way. And the other thing that I love about MLK is that his core values, can we try one more time? Or you think it's just too big? Oh. My producer's like, leave me alone. So the core values of MLK include peace, joy, love. And I mentioned that concept of grace, but we're going to also talk about service. Peace, joy, love, grace, and service. Now, the important part of this whole story, if we know the dream was never about perfection and we know that it's unfinished, then that gives each of us a call to action. That gives each of us an opportunity to move forward. And if peace is one of the core values, let's just talk a little bit about peace. When you think about peace, especially in the environment that MLK was in, and I would go as far as to say the environment that we're in right now with National Guards and ICE and all the things that are happening, peace is not passive. True peace requires intention. It's a daily practice of choosing calm over chaos. It's saying even when there's chaos, you're choosing calm. So peace is a choice. It's so powerful. It's understanding over anger, right? It's bridging or bridge building over building walls and silos. Some people in their business, they're like silo, 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 everything. And silos are known to, proven to not be effective. Even if you don't have, anyway, I'll move on. Peace is not passive. I just want to be clear. True peace requires you to choose calm over chaos. If you leave with nothing today, let me make sure that you understand that one. That means outer peace, like how you show up. That's important. Like when something crazy happens, you say, you know what, I chose to do this, this, and this. Something, right? Something that probably could easily have resulted in you giving a negative response, but you chose use grace. You decided to do something differently and you chose outer peace. There's also this inner peace that needs to happen before your outer peace, right? So the inner peace is really about you, that war, within yourself, those voices. You know how we talked about the saboteurs earlier last year and PQ, positive intelligence, but it starts with our own hearts and our own minds. That's how inner peace is formed. That's how inner peace becomes, right, your norm. And then when you have that inner peace, outer peace is the double, the next challenge, because you're not warring within yourself when you have inner peace. And outer peace is, again, it's that force field, that invisible force field where no matter what crazy chaos is happening, you look at that and you're like, I choose not to participate. And it can look crazy. Let me be clear. It can look crazy to the people in the middle of the chaos. And some people have never even seen what calm looks like. Some people don't even know what that is. And so for me, it thrills me to know, and I think someone just came in. Is this my special guest? So peace also in how we speak and how we disagree. Do you want to come? Can you help set them up with the chair and everything? So peace is how we speak and how we disagree. Now, what did I say we were going to talk about today? It's MLK Day, right? It's an official holiday. Again, it's a day on, not a day off. And we invited someone to join us here. And I mentioned one of my favorite people. Let's give him a round of applause. Woo! You're gonna go here, I think. We're gonna bring a chair in over here, I think. I believe. Ooh, excited. Thank you. And he brought food, y'all. Let's clear the table. I think he brought some food. It's exciting. How are you?
I am blessed. Thanks for asking. I'm sorry.
My hands are freezing, y'all. I've been outside most of the day.
Oh, your hands.
You've been in the kitchen.
Yes, I have.
How are you?
I am warm.
Oh, switch. Sorry. So today is
Happy birthday.
all right. Today is MLK's birthday, and excuse me, it's a celebration of his birthday.
Yes,
you
it
very
is.
much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So when you think about MLK and his life and his legacy, what does that mean to you?
Well, if I could, my first thing that will come to mind, especially as a kid, is
Yes.
watching this man bring, as we say, our community and the world together.
Right.
What he has done for me,
Mm-hmm.
his words, about family,
Yes.
about God, about
Yes.
community, about growth, about business, and taking care of business.
You heard that, y'all.
So for me, it was all about, being a Martin, and my last name is Martin, but but being a Martin when I go about my business,
yeah,
and think about just things, that make me know that I got my family and my God and my community involved. So
nice.
For me, is walking his way.
Don't you love this guy? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Where's the applause button? Let's get that going a little bit. This one right here, what I love about you is that I think I met you when I first moved to Seattle. I was a Black girl over in Bellevue, at Microsoft, desperately looking for some soul food and some Caribbean soul food.
Yes,
so to
yes,
have
yes.
both of them in one restaurant, I was like, what's up? What? So I just need you to know what you do for those of us who are like Southern, who need that Southern deliciousness. It's huge. And I know your family, it's a legacy. Like this was passed down from your father to you, and you have your son working in the business. MLK was all about legacy.
Yes.
So I'm celebrating you guys. So that's why I wanted the applause button to be ready. Because we said we were going to show up here and celebrate these living legacies in Black history. This may be January, but throughout Black History Month, this one right here, we're going to be bonding on a big scale. Right, on a big scale. I already told them that we're gonna do some work with AI, living powerfully with AI.
Yes.
Right, and we got all kind of options. We're gonna start and just ease into it. So he's gonna let me share his journey with you, so you can see the value and the benefits and like, hey, because some people are scared of it.
Yes, that's true.
And when I reached out to you, you said, tell me what you said. Sorry, I got so many questions. I didn't move past the other one and was gonna ask you about living powerfully with AI. So we were talking about MLK, and I apologize. We were talking about MLK, we were talking about family, and we were talking about, what it means to you. And then we went into this phased approach around living legacies.
Yes.
You are a living legacy.
Thank you.
Can we give him his props?
There's a clap key on there.
So the living legacies. are people who realize that what you're doing, it will be around when you're gone.
Yes.
Why is that so important? And what can other people do to kind of reshape their thinking?
Well, I
around
know
the
we
importance?
all talk about in the community about having, not just business in the community, but how we want to be around for years to come. And I had a person kind of tell me he noticed that a lot of Black businesses don't last past the first generation.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said that, I said, well, you do know I'm the third generation.
Say it.
And he was like, oh, he thought this was the one and done. I said, no. My father started this in the 70s, and I came in the early 2000s, and my son came after that, my son and daughters, they all. So it's been in the family since the 70s.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been a long time. So for us, it's blessed us. It allowed the kids and myself through college, through school, through investments, and to have self-wealth within family of getting together and talk about it. That's what you do at the dinner table. You get to talk about business, you get to talk about future, you get to talk about all of us together working together. So for us, it was just how we grew up, so I always wanted my kids to work beside me. I thought it was the coolest thing when I worked beside my parents. And my wife and I also have an employment agency, Northwest Industrial Staffing out in Kent, where my daughter and my wife work together, my oldest daughter. So they've been doing that for a long time since she was a young person. So, it's growing up in the family business, and the goal is to baton it back.
Back. Did you hear you guys, multiple businesses though? This restaurant, which again is my absolute favorite restaurant in the state of Washington, just so we're clear. Island Soul, Rum Bar and Soul Shack.
Yes.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you. I like that.
What's the address?
It's 48.
Oh, he's giving me some hand signals because we actually need to take our first break. So we will be right back, y'all. We're live right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Keep bread in the freezer for longer storage. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money, save food, save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
Hello, listener. What's important to you about what's going on in your community? Are you interested? Are you concerned? In any case, I invite you to tune into my show, Seattle Here and Now, on Rainier Avenue Radio.org. Why? I will be covering a wide range of topics important to you and impacting the community. Each show will have a special guest or guests to share with you information on a variety of subjects that are happening here and now in Seattle. I promise I will work hard to make my show informative, interesting, and entertaining. Be sure to listen to Seattle Here and Now on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
What do you get when culture, climate, and community collide? You get Earth Deserves More Than a Day. Rainier Avenue Radio and King County Park stew down with a week of real talk, real people, and real solutions. This ain't your average Earth Day. Tune in and feel the energy, because the movement is now.
On Rainier Avenue Radio.world, look for the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show. I'm Dennis Weaver, your good food guide and host, helping you to feel good and look good. And who wouldn't want some of that? All that and more from the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Stories, songs, and guests. Begin living the organic good food life, and the rest of your life just may be the best of your life. Always up, baby, to your health.
Sediment cleanup of the lower Duwamish River has begun. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the members of the Lower Duwamish Waterway Group, which includes King County, the City of Seattle, and Boeing, have begun sediment cleanup of the Lower Duwamish Waterfall Superfund site. This important environmental project will address sediment pollution and help restore the health of the Duwamish River. Starting in the waterway's upper reach, construction activities extend from the south 102nd Street Bridge down straight to the Duwamish Waterway Park. Over the next 3 years, in-water activities will occur from October to February, ending in February 2027. Visit ldwg.org to learn about the Upper Reach cleanup and sign up for email updates.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio.
Oh, y'all. Oh, I'm distracted. You know who this is. This is the Theo Martin of Island Soul. He has joined the show because we're going to be partnering together in 2026. He's going to be living powerfully with AI. How excited are you about that?
I'm excited. You know, it's they drive cars or they're doing all kinds of things. I just want to get in.
You want to get in on it. So what was exciting is I was working with some other people in community, and this is what Debrina Jackson Gandy is my business coach. You guys, she's going to have a business cohort that starts, I think, next month. And what Debrina likes to tell me is she's like, Traci, you have this martyr complex or whatever. You be pushing rocks uphill. You want to do something with people, and if they're not ready, they're not ready. This one right here, he is ready. He is ready for AI. So you started telling me all the ways you're using it now. And I was like, what about this? Do you want to do this, this, this? He was like, yep, and yep. So we're going to blow your minds with what he had versus what we're going to have. So you know what I mean? As far as like the changes that are going to happen with his business. Couldn't be more excited. Can you tell someone who might be afraid of AI why they should get involved?
Easiest way I could put it, when you had a car back in the early 80s, when you threw it in reverse, there was no camera that you could see behind.
Right.
And so the best way that you could judge the car behind you was to tap it. That's where I was driving.
He was tapping. I was looking back, but okay.
Yeah, there was no beep, 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 beep or anything.
None
you just kept going until you're like,
you
know.
Yeah. That's where rubber bumpers came from.
Yes, it is.
That's true.
So I think of AI being that eye behind your back.
Oh.
Being in the back of you, and you're sitting there going forward, but it sees what's happening behind you all the time, 24/7. Even when you close your eyes, it's still open. So AI is in advance. It's the future, and as any business, you know, when I heard that it could answer as a business owner, I got an answer machine.
Right. I would say, you know, when I call your business, no one answers. I said, at least let me help you with that. He's like, I'm in. I'm in. Well, we mentioned some other stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm in. And people love his food, but you're deeply involved, which is why he has to leave right now, y'all, in a minute. But before he goes, we just want to let you know, get people excited about what's coming, And he brought food. So if you've never been to Island Soul, can we say you're kind of like the king of soul food?
Ooh. Okay.
Can we use it?
Okay.
Yeah. Because y'all can see that I likes to eat. Me knows food. Can I say that? I know food. So we're gonna have our producer zoom in on this. This is an oxtail dish. Ooh, wow. That is oxtail. Oh, he did a good job.
Yeah.
And whoa. Yum. Yeah. Right. We got some fried chicken.
Oh yeah. So special today.
MLK's. Oh, and let me put this in there with it. It's MLK special.
Yes.
It is
yams, collard greens, meatless collard greens. They're vegan.
Oh, vegan.
With some chicken, which is definitely not vegan. And this here was actually another special. I just had to bring it because I know the brother over there, he needs to get a bite of this. This is a soft shell crab poor boy. And this soft shell crab,
is it the bomb?
You eat everything in that crab. From the top to the bottom, you eat everything.
I love it. So
amazing meal.
So let me just say thank you.
Yes, yes.
It was funny because when I told him you were coming, he said, "Ooh, the last time he came, he bought some good food." I said, "When was that?" He said, "November." I was like, "Right, it wasn't that long ago." He said, "It was good."
It wasn't that long ago.
Right? He said it was good. So thank you. I
Thank
know you
you.
got to go because
Well, I want to make one thing. I wanna say.
we're gonna talk about the other stuff that's
right,
happening.
things that's
So
happening.
wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all. I got to slow down because I do get excited when I'm with people that I know and that I love and that I adore. If you've never been to Island Soul, it is a must for the food, but it's not just food. It's a rum bar and a soul shack. So there's activities and events. It's
Yes.
about community. It's about
Yes.
family. It's
Yes.
about all the beautiful things. And that's
Yes.
part of the storytelling that we're going to make sure you all are aware. So talk about some of the upcoming opportunities where people can engage in community.
We have some fun times. We do karaoke. It's going to be starting in February. It's going to be
Okay.
every Thursday from 8 to midnight. It's going to be a good time. It's a lot of fun. I got 2 young ladies that just, besides singing themselves, they hold the show. They hold it down. Jeff Chatham is going to come through and do another part. He's doing a quiz show and a market show. Yeah, a market. So other events on Tuesday and Thursday, Wednesdays throughout the month. And we'll do that all through the summer. It's going to be every week.
Wow.
Every other day, something's going on. Yeah.
I
So we said we
love
want to
it.
bring people out. We want to keep people out. We want to keep people in the
Nice.
restaurant. You know, this year as we always say, we like to keep elevating. You know, doing new things, and we're gonna have fun with the menu. You know, people remember what we started. They remember what they missed, and it's amazing with people who grew up with Island Soul from being around for so long. They ask, where is the neck bones, or where is the black eyed peas with with Grandma? Where is the crawfish Monica?
Oh, so you're saying people can expect to see some things cycle in?
There's gonna be some so keep looking on the internet, a website.
Nice.
AI.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. We are going to become even more visible online. But part of this is community and connecting. You're inviting people in to a space that is about love and family. And just talk a little bit about the welcome, and then I know you got to go. Like you welcome people into your home. It's your space.
Today was an amazing day. We know it was Martin Luther King Day, but we're Martin Luther King Day every day.
Say it. Excuse me.
Every day.
Every day.
So when everyone came in to celebrate, and people came from from Tacoma and Lacey.
Right.
It's fun to talk to somebody. They say, we drove down here because all we could think about is we can't wait to get down.
Wow.
And we knew traffic would allow us to come down.
And
they came,
right.
Gig Harbor. So we bring people out, the community, like I said, we've been in the same spot for over 23 years. So we love what we do, and we want to see you really soon. Tomorrow's good for me. We'll celebrate the rest of this week and the rest of the month. Get ready for next month.
And get ready for Black History Month,
right,
y'all.
right.
Every day. So I'm excited. So let me just say this. I heard you say it's MLK every day. So basically, what we know to be true is Island Soul is where the dream is alive.
Amen.
And where legacy lives.
Amen.
Hello. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Y'all, he has to go back because the restaurant is literally across the street.
Really.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure he thanks you. I've heard the smiles. I see the applause. So we're going to eat good.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to just cover it up. You can do what you want. It's yours.
Yeah. Y'all, do you love Theo? Give him one more round of applause for me, please. A living legacy in Black history. We don't do enough of it.
No.
We also talked last week, and you can leave whenever you're going. I'm just talking.
Okay.
I'm just talking as your packet. But we've been talking about Kwanzaa 365, those principles of unity and self-determination and collective works, and really, contributing. Part of Kwanzaa and part of those principles are spending your dollars in restaurants that are owned by people who are doing the work in legacy.
Yes.
Hello. So we invite you
Amen.
to Island Soul, the place where the dream is alive and where legacy lives.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Soft shell crab burger.
Here's my save me half of that, please. We're sharing. There's chicken for you too over here, and collard greens and yams. So we got to think. Mwah, 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 thank you, y'all. I noticed I wasn't sharing my oxtails, right? Okay, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. So when you have excellent people, high caliber, excuse me, individuals. I do have a water here somewhere. I did have a water here somewhere. Okay, do you see my water? Excuse me. When you have amazing people show up, all you can do is show up for them, right? When I say I am living my dream, thank you. I'm living my dream to be able to work with people that are truly trusted in community, that are beloved in community, right? People that are truly living that legacy right now. That's who Theo Martin is. And so when I say being able to bring my AI skills to the table, I'm brilliant. Oh, and let me just say one thing. I am Dr. Traci Harrell. I am not a medical doctor. I never misrepresent my credentials. I want to make sure I'm clear, because someone asked me the other day, are you a real doctor? I'm like, well, I'm not a medical doctor, and I do not have a PhD. So that means I'm not an academic doctor. I have a professional honorary doctorate through an accredited institution. I went through the process. I got the paperwork. I wrote a thing, wore the gown, walked the stage. I did the thing. I also, so that, and let me just clear, when you get a professional honorary doctorate, it's about the impact that you make in community, right? They don't just give those away. Do you understand what I'm saying? So 3 decades of contributions, both domestic and international, that was the recognition. So I couldn't be more grateful, right? I couldn't be more grateful. So when you hear me say that I love to support people and I go above and beyond the call, that's why. Like that's because I'm that person. Like I get joy out of helping people, and especially the right people, get over the edge, right? To close the gaps. AI has changed the game. Let me just be clear and say that again. AI has changed the game. If you have a for-profit or not-for-profit business, if you are in a corporation, if you're not using AI, let me just say right now, I am here for you. We are here for you. You got to start leaning in just a little bit. And what Debrina likes to say is people are busy. They ain't got time for AI. So that's what I'm going to ease in and drip in and show you the value, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm also an AI business consultant. Put my email up here. It's traci@livingpowerfully.com. Thank you so much. So feel free to reach out to me, and I promise you I will blow your mind. Blow your mind, exceed your expectations, blow your mind. And what I'm really excited about is I get to practice on Theo. Not practice, but I get to demo on Theo. We do have a business arrangement, right? But he's getting he's getting the living legacy discount. And I say that because I enjoy working with great people. Like I'm all in. Like I put my heart into it, and I probably go way too in. But it is my honor to support this man. It is my honor to support him from a business perspective. So this show in 2026 will include great input, MLK, right? Your mindset, all kind of great stuff every session. But it's also gonna at least show you some things that we developed with AI when we figure out how to share our screens. That is. No, I'm just joking. Actually, I do need to figure out how to share my screen and make it work and all that good stuff. So that is the importance of allowing the universe to bring the right people into your life. So we were just talking about peace, right? Peace. And that first line in peace said, it's a daily practice of choosing calm over chaos. So sometimes people bring chaos because that's all they know, really, right? They know chaos and they bring that they have it in their lives, and then they try to bring it into yours. And then you got to be the one who to discern, yeah, that's probably not the best fit. You know what I mean? That's probably not how I want to move forward. And in 2026, you get to choose, right? You get to choose clarity. And I hope each of you will do that. And this week, I'm hoping you can ask yourself a question and reflect. And we will upload this presentation to the broadcast. I think we could probably do that. He could add that to the YouTube, right? You can add a link or something to the YouTube, perhaps at some point. He's not confident. Reach out to me and I'll send you the presentation. What I was going to say is this week's reflection is where can you practice peace this week? Where can you practice it in your conversations, in your responses, in your judgments? Like, how can you be the one that just chooses calm over chaos? Right? And I think that's a beautiful thing. I'll keep going. Joy is the other principle of MLK. So this presentation, when I said, we reviewed all these beautiful quotes from MLK, and we talked about what are some of his true core values. Peace was one of them. Peaceful protesting, even when things were wrong, but also being inner peace, outer peace. That's how it applies to you. The same thing was joy. How many pictures do you see of MLK with that beautiful, radiant smile on his face? Can you bring up MLK? Find some kind of colorful picture. Just joyful. Joy is an act of resistance as well, especially in a world that often feels heavy. Choosing joy is it's revolutionary. It doesn't ignore that pain exists, right? It can coexist with joy, and pain can coexist. You could be like, man, I can't believe X, Y, and Z. But give me a happy, smiley picture. We're talking joy. He's handsome anyway. But he's a very happy individual. So reminding us of what we're fighting for. So you got to be able to lean into the joy when you're fighting and you're in a protesting, right? You can't let that be. I mean, with all the negative stuff that's happening in the world, I just want to put it out there. You can't be focused on that. You can't put your energy on the negative. You literally have to choose the positive. You got to be able to compartmentalize and be like, it's happening, but I'm going to choose joy. Community joy sustains the movement. There you go, right? From freedom songs, to shared meals, food. Joy has always been the fuel that keeps these movements alive. It connects us, and it also renews our energy. Working with this one right here, oh my goodness. It's like, oh, I love it. And you guys would not believe, because I've had some challenges working in, choosing people, the right people to work with, being honest. I have 4 negative accounts. I probably shouldn't say that out loud, but it's true, and I want to put it out there. But I couldn't be happier because I chose, this is not a good fit. I can't do that. Somebody asked me to do something. I was like, that doesn't even align with what we said. It doesn't align with who I am as an individual. So it's best, right, that we I have to choose to try to stay in my highest integrity. And I'm just grateful for that. I'm just grateful that, I got to choose well and move forward. But I also ended well. I don't have no negative energy toward this individual or the business. I hope they're successful. And I invested a few extra months of work to make sure they had everything they could possibly need to be successful. Now that right there was some grace. I just want to put it out there into the universe. I got no negative feelings for anyone in this community. So I just wanted to share that when something doesn't go right, you still have the option and the opportunity to show up with joy. So community joy, again, sustains movements. Joy also keeps us human, right? When we celebrate those small victories, we laugh together, right? And you find beauty in ordinary moments. Like I do, I celebrate. The sun was out today. I literally ate my lunch from another man that I love and adore, is Ezel, Lewis Rudd. Ezel's Chicken is also another person that I hope to be able to, and I've done some interviews with him before. I'll probably bring it because he's busy, obviously, but I've done a few interviews with him that I have on YouTube that I can bring to this show, and we can show some clips and stuff. But talk about another man who leads with, is a living legacy in Black history, right? Because he shows up in community just like the loving, kind individual that he is, just like this one right here. There you go. Look at this. Lewis Rudd, another man who mimics, like think about MLK's dream. It lives in this man. This is the legacy lives with him. Ezel's will be around well after he is gone. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's legacy. That's legacy. He's built these franchises. How brilliant is that? He's built recipes. And when you hear him speak, it's so beautiful because it's from the heart. And if you didn't try that sweet potato pie, I did over the holidays. Mwah. Amazing. Okay. So, but joy does keep us human, right? And it helps us to remember what really matters. And these people would say the same thing. He talks about family and community. He talks about how the community raised his business, helped him raise his business. So when I say joy matters, it sounds woo-woo, but I promise you it ain't. In the middle of the shenanigans, if you can be like, hey, my best life, my best life. Seriously, money's coming. I get it. But that's not where my joy is. My joy comes from within. So nothing can actually really make me unhappy, right? Because I believe, because I'm surrendered to my higher power. When he says jump, I say, how high? Right? So I'll keep moving. The reflection for you is what brings you joy that you can share with other people. Like this brings me joy. Sharing information, things that I learned, things that I know will help people to get better, things that I know that will help people to live powerfully. That's why AI is like, I can't do this show and not bring AI into it. Because let me just say, I'm incredible. I do it extremely well. And everybody should be doing it at some level. And you don't have to do it all. Just do one thing. Choose something. And ChatGPT is not Google. So if you're just searching on ChatGPT, that's great. You're not getting the full benefit of it being an agent, of it being a tool, of it helping you in so many ways. I love Theo's analogy around AI having your back. AI also has your front. AI can answer every question that you think is happening and related to anything. My car got diagnosed today. I had some issues trying to get to the thing this morning. And some handsome gentleman helped me because my car pulled over literally twice. And I was cold because I was just trying to see what, it just was like shaking. It has this weird thing that happens when I gas up. And so I got help from some gentleman. And then I looked on ChatGPT to see if he was right. And he was a second, it seemed to validate, the claim. And so I say that to say ChatGPT is just one of many, many, many AI tools that you can leverage and that will change your life forever. Okay. So again, you're going to ask yourself as a reflection, what brings you joy? What can you share? And then how can I create more moments of collective joy and celebration? How can you choose joy in your life? But also the idea of collective joy is just another beautiful thing. Okay. We talked about peace. We talked about joy. Now we're going to talk about love. Love is a discipline, right? It's not a feeling that comes and goes. It's a practice. We can commit to this daily. Just like we commit to joy, we commit to peace. These are choices. Peace is a choice, right? That's what people love MLK because he was a peaceful pro. Peace is a choice. Joy is a choice. Love is also a choice, right? We practice it. We can commit to love daily. Love is what we do, especially when it's hard. So I talked about grace, right? I talked about peace. I talked about joy. We're talking about love. Love as an action love is a verb, right? It is how we show up, how we serve, and how we listen, and how we advocate for others. That's an action. It's what you do and how you do it, right? Love and leadership matters as well. Leading with love means you prioritize people over profit. You prioritize humanity over whatever hierarchy might exist. You prioritize connection over control. Come on now. Love is also important that we love across our differences. So I'd like to say I'm not the party of red or the party of blue and the party of purple. Like, where's the things where we can just get along and keep it moving? You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't got energy to fight a fight, right? I just want to keep it moving and provide good, positive energy in the universe. So this challenge that you can ask yourself and the thing that you can practice is, how do you practice love when it's uncomfortable? When someone doesn't deserve your love or your joy or your grace or peace, right? You see how these things are all connected? I said peace was a choice. You said that from the beginning. Joy is a choice. Love is a choice. These are choices. You want to ask yourself in each moment, how can these things benefit you? It's about you more so than anything else. But it's also how we create community, the community that we desire. Be the change you want to see. This is how we be the change. This is how we do it. So we're also going to talk a little bit about this concept of leadership. I want to talk about leadership, and I want to talk about service. So leadership is influence. It's not a title. It's leading in your family. It's leading in the workplace. It's leading in community. It's leading in small interactions, right? But it's really about showing up. You don't need a position. You don't need a title. You need presence. You need consistency. To be a good leader, you need to be consistent, but you also need courage. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to actually be in a position where you show up exactly. You follow your heart, you do the work, and you do it in a way that you know is going to benefit you and the greater good. Oh, I got it. It's time to go. And okay, wow. So the show is over. Let me just leave with this final word. Legacy is lived. It is not left. You don't leave your legacy behind. You live your legacy now. So that's my ask for each of you. Your call to action. Live your legacy now. We'll be back next week, y'all. This is Dr. Traci Harrell, Living Powerfully with AI. See you soon.